Ever heard of an era named after a president? Well, get ready to meet the man behind the era of good feelings, James Monroe, the fifth President of the United States. His story isn't just about politics. It's a tale of a soldier, a diplomat, and a leader who shaped a nation. Born in Virginia in 1758, Monroe was a true son of the American Revolution. Before he was even 18, he dropped out of college to join the Continental Army. Imagine this: a young man fighting alongside George Washington, even getting wounded at the Battle of Trenton. He literally bled for the new nation he would one day lead. This early experience forged his character, instilling in him a deep, lifelong commitment to the American experiment. After the war, Monroe dove into law and politics, mentored by none other than Thomas Jefferson. He served in the Continental Congress and was one of the early voices questioning the new Constitution, worried it gave the central government too much power. He was an anti-federalist, but once the Constitution was ratified, he dedicated himself to making it work, even helping to push for the Bill of Rights. This shows his pragmatic side. He could disagree, but ultimately he was a team player for Team USA. His career then took him across the Atlantic. As a diplomat, he had a front-row seat to the French Revolution. Later, under President Jefferson, he played a pivotal role in one of history's greatest real estate deals, the Louisiana Purchase. Monroe was sent to Paris to negotiate for the port of New Orleans, and he came back with a deal that doubled the size of the United States overnight. Talk about exceeding expectations. This single act transformed America's destiny, opening up a vast continent for expansion. Finally, in 1817, Monroe reached the presidency. After the divisive War of 1812, the country was tired of political infighting. Monroe's presidency ushered in a period of national unity and purpose, so much so that a Boston newspaper dubbed it the era of good feelings. The old political party rivalries faded, and a new sense of American identity emerged. He embarked on goodwill tours across the country, connecting with ordinary people and strengthening national pride. But Monroe's most enduring legacy is a cornerstone of American foreign policy, the Monroe Doctrine. In 1823, as Latin American nations were winning their independence from Spain, Monroe issued a bold declaration. He warned European powers to stay out of the Western Hemisphere. No more colonization, no more interference. In return, the U.S. would stay out of European affairs. It was a powerful statement from a young nation, asserting its influence and protecting its neighborhood. The Monroe Doctrine would guide American foreign policy for over a century. Monroe's presidency wasn't without its challenges, of course. The Panic of 1819 was a major economic crisis, and the Missouri Compromise of 1820 exposed the deep and painful divisions over slavery that would eventually lead to the Civil War. But through it all, Monroe guided the nation with a steady hand, a quiet competence forged in war and diplomacy. So, the next time you hear about the era of good feelings or the Monroe Doctrine, you'll know the man behind them, James Monroe, the last of the Founding Father presidents, a soldier-statesman who fought for America's birth and then guided it through its adolescence, leaving a legacy that still shapes the world today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this dive into history, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss another story. See you next time.